to it. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And the drive will start with a carry by LaDainian Tomlinson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Again, it's Tomlinson. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They run again on first down, Lynch. And a short pickup to about the 25. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8. Up the middle, it's Lynch. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Lynch up the middle. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Now this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And incomplete.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. Tries for Rice, intercepted. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his... Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On second down, it's Tomlinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Lynch. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First down, the run with Lynch. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll run again with Lynch. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerry Rice from 3 yards out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. There was no going through the progressions on that time.
His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
Only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Lynch. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. First down. Here's Graham. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Lynch. And some room to maneuver. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing now, Graham on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Garrett Wilson from 19 yards away. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. On first down, Purdy. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Purdy off the play fake. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Purdy. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ed Two-Tone Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of giving up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
Taken down at the 42. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Graham will throw. This one finds Wilson downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Garrett Wilson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3rd and 4. Purdy looking to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Will Anderson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try the middle with Lynch. And he's got it down to the 28. 2nd and 7. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Graham. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. This from 42 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the half, Purdy. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Yeah.
From his end zone, Wilson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being there, shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here now, 2nd and 4. An inside run with Lynch. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll throw on first down with Graham. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's Graham to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. Now Graham. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is...
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go up the middle with Lynch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Marshawn Lynch. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Tucker now for the extra point. And that is wide to the left and no good, but there are multiple flags on the field. And I think this drive is going to stay alive. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They'll try and throw for it. Here's a diving catch right side. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1. Made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. If they got it, I mean, it worked, but interesting call. Now Graham on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. Play action, now Purdy. He'll buy some time right. The ball comes out, but this will get out of his face mask there. The look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 49 yards. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first one here in this third quarter. Operating from the gun, Graham. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Out of the shotgun, Graham. And this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Defense ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
Back to throw, Purdy. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Graham to throw. On the scramble there at 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Graham. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the former Falcon, with it. And the Niners will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw.
And my goodness, another interception. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Donald Parham, 34 yards. And the Falcons start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend, because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing here, Purdy. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Purdy, big fourth down play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, it's Graham. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Ed Reed, his second sack of the night. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the handoff, Lynch. Nifty move. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. 145 yards rushing for him in the ballgame now on 14 carries. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They'll run for it with Lynch. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Purdy now on 2nd down. And now here is another lane. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh?
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here's a give to Lynch. Shreds the tackle. 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
He's coming, he's coming. Check in. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Mike 13, Mike 13. 6-man. 19 right. Check cross, check cross.
They go play action here. Purdy rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock show. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st down, it's Purdy. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
He's coming. Check in. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike 13. Mike 13. 60 man.
Purdy to throw again on 2nd and 10. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.